What's up guys, it's Lord Botha here with another video, and the State of Unreal happened today, where a bunch of developers and big game studios came together and basically showed off their tech in Unreal Engine 5 and what they're doing with Unreal Engine. And I gotta be honest with you, a lot of it was a bunch of boring tech stuff. Some of it was really good and actually pro-consumer, pro-small indie developer, and that was all nice, but a lot of it was about just creating stuff in Fortnite. But we're not gonna get bogged down in all of that, because the most interesting thing that was shown during this whole program was at the beginning, when they opened with The Witcher 4. Now, what they showed actually looked really good, though I will say at certain points it did look like somebody had strapped a Witcher mod onto a Red Dead 2 gameplay. But for the most part, yeah, the physics of everything seemed to function fine. The graphics looked beautiful, although not a lot of people, I think, were worried about the graphics of Witcher 4. And in terms of performance, this thing sounded like it was going to actually run fairly easy on most systems. The Witcher on Twitter X also posted this: "Thanks for tuning in to the Witcher 4 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo and joining us for the State of Unreal 2025. The full presentation will be uploaded and shared with everyone later today, but in the meantime, here's 4 screenshots straight from the demo to tide us all over." And as you can see here, we have sort of a immersive shot of the crowds moving around. One thing they did show off is that every NPC is highly reactive and they have their own movement and functionality. It actually does feel and look really immersive. I mean, leaps and bounds more immersive and fully functional in terms of reactionary than something like Cyberpunk 2077. They gave us beautiful landscape shots. One thing they really hyped about was nanite technology being used for the foliage. So we're going to get very immersively detailed environments now, like lower detailed environments than just more generic grass that's copy pasted. And one of the big things that I'm sure everybody's going to be talking about is they changed the way Ciri looks. I think it's pretty obvious that they changed the way that she looks from the first trailer when everybody said, "Oh, she looks busted." And I'm sure a lot of the anti-woke content creators, Endymion, Grums, they're all going to come out. They're all going to come out and they're going to celebrate and claim victory and say that it was them and their crusading that got Ciri's face changed to make her look pretty again. Which, again, I'll say, if you go back to the old cinematic trailer, the first cinematic trailer for The Witcher 3, Geralt looks nothing like he did in the actual game or later trailers. Also, I will say that even though they've made Ciri prettier, it still doesn't move me to want to actually play as Ciri. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that will say, "Oh, actually, I'm still looking forward to a Ciri game. I want to play as Ciri. I'm fine with playing as Ciri." And that's cool. I'm not there. I haven't been for a real long time. To be honest, in my story run through, and this is a bit of a spoiler for Witcher 3, but it's been out for years, so just deal with it. In my playthrough, I actually put Ciri into going into becoming Empress, so she was a massively powerful Empress that had teleportation powers and all that, the old blood, etc. So why she would choose to just be riding around on a horse, because apparently she doesn't have her teleportation powers, because they didn't show any of that off in this, but why she would choose to run around on a horse and take up her adoptive daddy's career doesn't really seem to make sense to me, especially if we're going by my choices, which apparently aren't the canon choices. VGC also reported this gameplay-based tech demo for Witcher 4 has been shown off during the Unreal Engine showcase. The tech demo shows the game running at 60 frames per second with ray tracing on at base PS5. And I gotta say, it all looked good, it looked beautiful, it was really good gameplay. I mean, there wasn't any actual gameplay, I would say, in it. You didn't actually see Ciri fight any monsters or anything at all, really. You saw her ride a horse, walk around, walk through some crowds, and talk to somebody, and that's it. And it was a cinematic actual conversation, not an actual choice conversation. And it was wild that they did all this while having a guy standing there with an actual controller looking like he's playing the game. They even had a little, video window where they showed his hands on the controller, moving the joysticks around, playing the game. But it turned out none of that was true, because VGC says here, update. CD Projekt Red has confirmed to VGC that what was shown at the State of Unreal presentation today was a tech demo set in the Witcher 4 world. Quote, but not Witcher 4 itself.
You sit on a throne of lies.
So what you showed us isn't actually the game itself. It's an interpretation, a very beautiful rendition of the game at perfect settings, right? To show off what you're capable of doing in Unreal Engine 5 should you make a Witcher 4 game. But it's not actually Witcher 4. So is this the full functionality and sight of what we're going to get in Witcher 4 when it actually comes out? That remains to be seen, because I don't think this demo is actually something that is giving a full scope of what the Witcher 4 game is actually going to be like. And with CD Projekt Red's record of kind of botched launches, especially Cyberpunk, as we all know, who knows the actual quality of Witcher 4 to this day is gonna be when it comes out. Because all we've gotten from this is just visuals, and they're idealistic visuals. They're not even really functionality visuals from the actual game. We didn't get any actual gameplay, any actual fighting. So this really tells us nothing about Witcher 4. It just gives us an idea of what would Witcher 4 be like in its ideal form in Unreal Engine 5. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.